Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to teach you about German articles. When do you use the bestimmte Artikel der, die, das and when the unbestimmte Artikel eine. So let's look at these sentences together to understand the difference. Ich habe ein Buch gekauft. I bought a book. Das Buch ist sehr spannend. The book is very interesting. Auf dem Tisch liegt eine Tasche. On the table there is a bag. Die Tasche ist blau. The bag is blue. Ich sehe einen Hund. I see a dog. Der Hund läuft auf mich zu. The dog is coming toward me. Do you see a pattern? We use ein or eine when we mention something for the first time. We are introducing something new to the listener. In these examples, you can see that the first sentence is always undefined. It's like saying a or an in English. After the thing or person is introduced, you always use the defined article afterwards. Here, after the first sentence, we switch to the defined articles. Das Buch, die Tasche, and der Hund. It's like saying the in English. Let's learn another rule by looking at these new examples first. Eva hat einen Mann. Eva has a husband. Paul ist der Mann von Eva. Paul is the husband of Eva. Anna ist eine Freundin von Sarah. Anna is a friend of Sarah. Anna ist die Freundin von Max. Anna is the girlfriend of Max. Ich möchte einen Hund haben. I would like to have a dog. Ich gehe mit dem Hund spazieren. I go for a walk with the dog. Look at these examples. Paul is not just any man. He is the only husband of Eva. It's very specific. That's why we use the bestimmte Artikel der. Anna ist die Freundin von Max. She's the only Freundin, girlfriend of Max. Also very specific, so we use the defined article die. Ich gehe mit dem Hund spazieren. When I use the defined article here, I mean my dog, our family dog, or a very specific dog. That's why dem Hund. Now let's look at the undefined examples. Eva hat einen Mann. Eva has a husband. Here it's a general statement. It tells us her marital status, not the specific identity of the man. She's married to a man. She's not single. This is very common use, a general statement. That's why it's undefined. Anna ist eine Freundin von Sarah. Sarah has multiple friends and Anna is just one of them. That's why it's undefined. Ich möchte einen Hund haben. I would like to have a dog. Here I'm talking about the general desire. I don't have a specific dog in my mind. It's one dog out of all the dogs in the world. That's why it's undefined. Now, this is very important part before we do our gap fill exercise. Sometimes German uses no article at all. We call the Null Artikel. And in our exercise, we will mark it with an X. Let's look at the rules. With professional nationalities after sein, to be. Sie ist Ärztin, she's a doctor. Er ist Lehrer, he is a teacher. Ich bin Deutsche, I am German. Do you remember the verb conjugation of sein? Ist, bin are all sein. If you say what someone's job or nationality is with the verb sein, we leave out the article. Uncountable things or general substance like Milch, Brot, Fleisch. I will give you a detailed list at the end of the video, but you can't count Milch or Brot or Fleisch. That's why we don't use an article. In many fixed expression or abstract noun with haben, like Angst haben, Durst haben or Glück haben, we don't use an article. Mostly you can touch a noun, for example flower, bed, and so on. And so they are noun. You can touch it. But some words like Angst, Durst or Glück are also nouns even though they are not visible. The name is abstract noun. If this noun come after the verb haben, we usually don't need an article. Names and cities. Sie ist Anna, sie kommt aus Deutschland. For names, you don't need an article. For the most countries, you don't need an article, but there are some exceptions. For example, die Schweiz. Sie kommt aus der Schweiz. I already talked about the topic in the video Ich komme aus. You can check the playlist out. Here I have prepared for you a text with missing articles. You have to decide if there comes a defined, undefined, or no article. You can post a video. Now continue. Lisa geht in einen Supermarkt. Why is it undefined? The listener doesn't know which supermarket, so we use the undefined article einen Supermarkt. Let's look at some interesting point in the solution. Sie kauft Milch, Brot und einen Apfel. Why? Why is Milch and Brot undefined and Apfel defined? Because Milch and Brot are here used as general, uncountable concept. You buy some milk, some bread. An apple, however, is a single countable object. You can have one apple, two apples. That's why we say einen Apfel with the undefined article. Here is a small list of the uncountable foods and drinks. Der Apfel ist rot und sieht lecker aus. Now we are talking about the apple from the sentence 4. We know it. It's defined now. An der Kasse steht eine Frau mit einem Hund. An der Kasse at the checkpoint. Every supermarket has a checkpoint. So it's clear which one we mean. The checkout of the supermarket. It's the known element in this context. These both are introduced for the first time. That's why it's undefined. Der Hund ist sehr klein und bellt laut. The dog is very small and barks loudly. Now we're talking about the dog from the sentence 8 again. So we switch to der Hund. Lisa mag Hunde. Lisa likes dog. No article. Why? Because this is a general statement with plural noun. She likes dogs in general, not a specific dog. Just the category of dogs. In German, when you talk about things in general in a plural, you don't need article. And here is the important side note. The undefined article ein or eine has no plural form. Ein dog, a dog, simply becomes Hunde, dogs in the plural. The article disappears completely, just like in English, a dog becomes dogs. Sie hat Angst vor großen Hunden. This is a fixed expression with haben. In German, Angst haben is a fixed expression. It always comes without an article. We just say Angst haben, to be afraid of. Literally means to have fear. You never say die Angst haben or eine Angst haben. It's always without an article. Other examples of fixed expression with haben without an article are Durst haben, to be thirsty, Hunger haben, to be hungry, Glück haben, to be lucky, Zeit haben, to have time. You will learn these as set phrases just to remember for now, Angst haben always without articles. Nach dem Einkauf, after the shopping, we are talking about a specific shopping trip that just happened. She was in the supermarket buying things. It's clear for the context which shopping trip we mean, so we use the defined article, dem Einkauf. Trifft sie eine Freundin? She meets a friend. This friend appears for the first time, so we use eine Freundin. Die Freundin heißt Anna. Now we're talking about a friend from sentence 13. She has already been introduced, so we use the defined article die Freundin. Anna hat einen Bruder. Anna has a brother. This is a general topic. Anna has a brother. We don't know anything about him yet. He is not specified yet, so we use the undefined article einen Bruder, a brother. Der Bruder ist Arzt. The brother is a doctor. Now we're talking about the brother from the sentence 15. So we use the defined article der Bruder. Notice Arzt has no article because profession after sein usually don't have an article in German. We say ist der Arzt, not ist ein Arzt. This is another case of the Nullartikel. Das ist ein interessanter Beruf, findet Lisa. This is an interesting profession, Lisa thinks. Here we make a general comment. We are saying that being a doctor is an interesting profession. So we use the undefined article ein interessanter Beruf, an interesting profession. Lisa und Anna gehen in einen Park. This park is mentioned for the first time. We don't know which park, it's just a park, not a specific one. So we use the undefined article einen Park. But when they say Stadtpark, then it would be a specific one and then it's der. Sie essen ein Eis. They eat an ice cream. First mention. So we use undefined article ein Eis. Das Eis ist sehr süß. The ice cream is very sweet. Now we are talking about the ice cream from the sentence 19 again. So we use the defined article das Eis. Now you have a complete picture. Save this for later. If you enjoyed this lesson, I have a complete A1 German course on YouTube with exercise PDFs for every single lesson. The first week is completely free and open to everyone. You can find the playlist and download all the PDF, no strings attached. If you are interested in the full structured course, you can get it for just 69 euros. You can complete it at your own pace. You will get personal WhatsApp support from me. We can do speaking practice through voice messages, and I'll give you personal feedback on your homework as a native speaker. Check the link in the description for more information. Happy learning and see you in the next course. Tschüss!